Hello there, you chose absolutely right tuning in to Rwanda Television tonight. A very good evening to you and thank you very much for joining us on tonight's edition and welcome and thanks for your company. And as we begin it off, these are the headlines. Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente inaugurated Rwanda's first milk powder plant. Local and international traders expressed optimism as Rwanda's International Trade Fair kicks off on Thursday. Good evening to you once again and thank you for joining us on Rwanda Television News tonight. The government of Rwanda has assured farmers across the country that it will continue building and providing infrastructure aimed at developing the livestock sector. Farmers were also urged to increase their efforts in practicing professional farming as this was reiterated during the official inauguration of Inyange milk powder plant in Nyagatare district. Adam Squizera starts us off tonight.
Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente officially inaugurated Nyange's first milk powder plant in Nyagatare district. The facility, capable of processing 650,000 liters per day, will produce skimmed and whole milk powder, ghee, butter, and UHT products. James Kagaba, the managing director, says that apart from Rwanda, the Nyange powder milk plant will also supply its product to the international market. When we say that we want to export our milk powder to the international markets, we are referring to various industries that use them as an import. Another significant target is baby formula food industries. This is why we emphasize that our target markets are industrial. The plant has been operating since April of this year and has received more than 4 million liters of milk, paying farmers of 1.3 billion Rwandan francs. Initially, farmers in the eastern province were the primary suppliers, but now receives milk from all over the country. Farmers found this as a valuable opportunity to expand the market for their milk production. Literally, this came as a response to the market demands of our milk production. This is set to benefit us in all aspects, be it in our socio-economic development and the well-being, because we found that there are many staffs here around. In addition to the usual programs that include collecting hair, Farmers Cooperative in Gicumbi district have started growing processing hair using a technology called Uruhimbi Kageyo. We first clean up the grains and then keep them for 4 hours, where after 7 days we feed the hay to cows. We even train farmers how to feed cows according to their body mass. Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente assured the farmers that the government of Rwanda is committed to finding solutions to the various challenges they have highlighted. We continue developing infrastructure to boost agriculture and animal husbandry. As raised by the representative of farmers in Nyagatare district, we want to assure that the government will continue to support farmers by providing primary infrastructures to ensure effectiveness of animal husbandry. Inyange is the first plant to use this technology in Africa and 7th in the world. With a combined investment of approximately $100 million, Inyange is the largest industry in Rwanda, injecting about 10 billion Rwandan francs annually into the economy. Substantial growth in milk production at the farm level, accompanied by the surging market demand, motivated Nyange's shareholders to invest in the milk powder plant in Nyagatare district, whereas this facility focuses on producing skimmed milk powder and whole milk powder, among others. The total investment for this facility is estimated at about $54 million. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Adams. Senators say that in the preparation of district performance contracts, emphasis should be made on their uniqueness. This was reiterated on Wednesday as the Committee on Political Affairs and Governance presented to the Senate plenary session a report on its analysis on the implementation of performance contracts. We do have the details. As the Committee on Political Affairs and Governance presented to the Senate plenary session the report on the implementation of performance-based contracts, it was indicated that this homegrown solution has the capacity to increase the performance of local authorities if strengthened more. If performance contracts continue to be enhanced alongside the cooperation between local authorities, development partners, as well as citizens, it would speed up the achievement of the country's targets. After the report was presented, senators echoed their views, the most repeated being that performance contracts should be based on the uniqueness of each district.
Imihigo ikwiye kujyana n'imiterere ya buri karere.
Performance contracts should be aligned with each district's uniqueness. For example, if the project is to construct classrooms, and one classroom is valued at 15 million Rwandan francs, in Rwanda and the southern province, where the area is flat, the cost can't be the same as of that in Gakenke district, where the area is hilly and the land has to be cleared. Hence, some of the errors that we see indicated in the Auditor General's report, although yes, sometimes people intentionally misuse the funds. Performance contracts shouldn't be uniform for all districts because they are geographically different. Senators also reiterated that households' performance contracts should be strengthened. I think there should be clear ways on how households pledge things to be achieved, although, yes, there are differences in terms of their capacity. Let us remember that imihigo is one of our country's homegrown solutions, which means it's an important factor for our development. In that case, we should assess it from the family level, because that's where it all starts. Then from there to the top countries' levels. If we can't integrate sector contracts with households' contracts, it will be a great loss for us. Later, there was a debate on two conclusions made by the Committee on Political Affairs and Governance that should be presented to the government, one being that there should be improved cooperation between the national, districts and City of Kigali authorities in the preparation and implementation of joint performance contracts and joint budgets to be availed on time. Another conclusion is that more efforts should be made to educate citizens on the importance of households' performance contracts and that local authorities should improve the monitoring of those contracts. Rwandans and foreign traders who are set for the 27th edition of the Rwanda International Trade Fair, kicking off on Thursday, say they are confident of the marketing and promoting their products and services based on its level of participation. Prince Manzi brings us the details.
Adelino Balate, a Mozambican, is one of the exhibitors in this year's edition of Rwanda International Trade Fair. The confidence he has for its well-going is also mutual for Egohali Ali and Mabruk Ehab Said from Egypt.
What we bring here, just to show, we have some samples of agriculture. We have some samples also of industry to show the kind of products that we have and now we are processing. And this product is just to show the visitors from Rwanda or from other countries who are interested to buy our goods to put in their markets, or just to make partnership between local our companies and Rwandan companies.
I go many countries. I go Uganda, Kenya, Zambia, Mozambique. I go no, but this is my country. Everyone in office, you help me. Everyone in your office, anything for anything I want, you help me for anything. And also here people here is very nice people, not like any country. I hope this year is better like before.
I have here 35 stands. I come to Rwanda from 8 years before. Every year I coming. I love Rwanda so much. Okay. And the people here, he loves the laser from Egypt. He loves the carpet. He loves electric. You know, in Egypt you have many factory for everything.
As this story was being prepared, preparation for the exhibition site was complete at a 95% rate, with 99% of 790 exhibitor spots occupied. This trade fair is also an employment opportunity for various youth. We are here for a job here in the trade fair, and it seems promising, although it is in its beginning. Any kind of job we can perform at this age, young Rwandans, we can do whatever job is there. Entrepreneurs Joanne Chomuhendo and Derek Kanyonya are local exhibitors and affirm that they are ready to benefit from this trade fair.
I came to the expo because I came to provide food services to everyone in the expo. But we are very happy and we are grateful because the expo is going on well and people are very many. Like the previous expos, they are not like this one because this one is extraordinary. I see that a lot of people coming and I think it's going to be the best.
Oh yes, we're very ready to compete. It's not our first year here and also ready to learn too, but I'm very sure we'll compete because our products are much cheaper and also better quality than you will see in most foreign brands. So we're very happy to be here, and as every year we're hoping to grow even a step further since we bought more stands so our clients can meet us at every aspect of the expo this year.
Walter Hunderu Bejesa, the spokesperson of the Private Sector Federation, urges participants to show up in early hours rather than overcrowding in the evening.
For
the participants, there's an entry fee, which is 500 for children and students, and 1,000 Rwandan francs for the rest. And we urge the participants to come early in the morning to avoid overcrowding, because in the evening people come in late and many, hence urging them to come early to avoid overcrowding. In the 27th edition of the Rwanda International Trade Fair, there include 12 African countries, 7 Asian countries, and Turkey, an European state.
Employees of public and private institutions in charge of taxation and accounting have been urged to speed up the implementation of the changes in Rwanda's new tax law. The call was made as more than 100 professionals gathered in Musanze district for a training organized by the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPAR, in collaboration with the Rwanda Revenue Authority. The participants of this 13th annual training are being trained on taxation practices, the use of technology and strategies to keep up with the changes in Rwanda's taxation law. Some of them insist that sharing their experiences will improve their work. The training is greatly important in helping us to contribute to our country's development. Our daily work includes paying suppliers, paying salaries, all of which includes paying taxes as well. It's therefore important to understand and be able to implement those changes. We expect the training to help us understand the changes in the taxation laws and be able to pay taxes as required by the Rwanda Revenue Authority. It will increase our productivity. Our daily work includes paying taxes, service tax, and more. Hence, it will help us to be tax compliant. ICPAR indicates that the training is an opportunity to collectively address the existing challenges.
ziriya mpinduka zabaye mu misoro cyangwa se uko abantu basoreshwa hagenda havuka utubazo dutandukanye cyangwa se
The changes in the tax laws came with different challenges. We want to collectively understand the changes, collect people's opinions, and refer them to those in charge. As you know, Taxes are the foundation of the country's development, hence the need for due attention.
Ku bw'ibyo rero ni ikintu tuba tugomba gukurikirana bugufi.
The Rwanda Revenue Authority urges these professionals to urgently implement the changes in the taxation law. The new changes are in the laws. As you know, some laws changed. Citizens cannot understand it at the same time, which is why people are trained and reminded. These professionals are very important due to the work they do. They help us in teaching taxpayers, but also in tax declaration and tax payments. That is the reason we came here, so that we can discuss and agree on what needs to be done to improve the taxation sector.
In
the 2023-2024 fiscal year, Rwanda's tax revenues totaled 2,619 billion Rwandan francs. For the 2024-2025 fiscal year, it is projected that tax collections will reach 3,061 billion Rwandan francs, accounting for 54% of the national budget. Sazana Ishema Aging Center, a center for the elderly, organized on Wednesday the discussions that brought together researchers from the Boston University and researchers from Rwanda and Uganda and different centers of the elderly operating in these particular countries. The discussions aimed at enhancing mindset change from elderly being a burden to the society to being an opportunity, hence a stage of a life requiring prior preparations. Researchers and scholars affirm that this requires sensitization among the world's population. The Boston University is one of the key partners of the Sazana Ishema Aging Center, based in Muhanga District, Southern Province. Lars Lopez of this university reiterates that there is a lot to learn from Rwanda when it comes to taking care of the elderly.
I am so moved and impressed by this SIAC organization and how big and the clubs are and the leadership of the elders and how resilient and strong they are working in communities. And I think we can replicate that in US. In US, elders are with families, but sometimes not in community like here. They are together, they are supporting each other, they are creating ways to develop finance and craft and literacy. They develop their skills and their strength, and we could do more of that in US. And we also are working to see if we can develop a partnership between Boston University and SIAC and the center, our center, and to bring innovation. Because what is happening here is innovation for aging.
And from this, we come to the end of tonight's edition. On behalf of the entire news production, as well as the technical team that made it happen, many thanks for being with us. Up until next time, stay safe, and we wish you a great evening. Goodbye.